Hello friends, bonjour mes amis. This is Jenn Carey, President of the Canadian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists, coming to you from a lovely walk in the woods in Riverview, New Brunswick. Now don't worry, I do have my mask on me, but there's legit no one on this trail, so it's kind of nice to have this time. Today is Bell Let's Talk Day, and although mental health should be the topic of conversation every day, sometimes days set aside like this give some of us a little bit more courage to share our stories. We work in a healthcare field where we encounter really hard stuff that stays with us and affects our mental health outside of all the personal stuff going on in our lives aside from the pandemic. I heard a quote one time where a doctor was referring to this, and it really resonated with me. She said, "The thought that we can be immersed in suffering and loss and not have it touch us is as unrealistic as expecting to walk through water without getting wet." And I like that. But here's the thing about MRTs, healthcare professions too, but MRTs, we are one of the last groups to reach out for help. And I get it. We wear the capes. We are the heroes. We are the ones that help. We are the ones that can box it up, shove it down, and push through the pain. But here's the thing about pain, is that it's an indicator that something's wrong. And if we don't pay attention to it, it just gets worse. At least it did for me. I was diagnosed with depression in April of 2019, but I had probably been experiencing symptoms for about 6 to 8 months before that. It started off small. I just felt like I was in a rut. I was in a funk. I blamed it on seasonal affective disorder. But then it got worse. Everything seemed overwhelming. I had a sink of dishes sitting there for 3 weeks because the thought of starting was just too much. I wasn't sleeping. I was unfocused. And the real red flag for me was that towards the end, my alarm would go off. And then my first thought was, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go into work. I don't want to push through. I can't. I just want to stay in my bed where it is warm and safe. And that was a huge red flag for me because I love my job. But after some candid conversations with friends, I sought help through a healthcare provider. I got put on some medication and I started seeing a counselor. So I just want you to know that if you're struggling out there, I get it. I get the fear of not knowing what's going on. I understand the shame associated with wondering, are people going to think I'm weak and incapable? I understand the guilt that comes with comparing your problems to someone else and thinking, mine aren't that bad. Why am I feeling this way? But if you're thinking any of these thoughts today, I would encourage you to reach out to some friends and reach out to a healthcare provider for help. And although it will be one of the most hard things you have ever done, I promise you, you will not regret it. So today, I just hope that as we set aside this day for talking, conversation, and reflection, that we talk to eliminate the stigma of mental health, that we talk and eliminate the silence and fear. So today, my friends, let's talk. Thank you for letting me share my story.